The alarm had stopped hours ago, replaced by the suffocating silence of Sector 4. I didn't expect the fog to roll in so fast, thick and heavy, smelling of ozone and burning synthetic polymer. The flames at my feet were the only thing keeping the damp chill at bay, casting long, dancing shadows against the skeletal frame of the old glass grid behind me. Suddenly, the fog lit up. A piercing, sickly white beam cut straight through the haze. Blindingly bright, they found me. Above, the sleek shape of a patrol drone hovered, its searchlight locking onto my position. A second later, the sharp red and blue emergency indicators of a security skiff broke over the ridge, pinning me in a crossfire of light. I didn't reach for a weapon. I just stood there, the heavy gas can clutched in my left hand, watching the embers rise as the searchlights converged on my face, blinding me in a halo of smoke. I let the last cred chip slip from my fingers. It tumbled through the air, dropping into the fire below. They thought they were cornering a runner. They had no idea what I was. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Sir Frogbert. I always love trying to find the story hidden inside a canvas. And that little sci-fi scene was what came to mind when I was working on this piece. I actually painted this as an entry for Davey Perkins' Draw This in Your Own Style art contest. If you haven't seen his work, you should definitely check him out. He makes amazing cyberpunk-esque illustrations. Looking at the finished painting now, it just makes me happy. My favorite part is probably the contrast in the lighting. I really enjoyed balancing that very cold, harsh white light coming down from the searchlights with the soft, warm glow of the fire at the bottom. It gives the whole piece a really nice atmospheric mood that I'm proud of. Putting myself out there for an art contest like this still feels a bit strange. I think a lot of us creators struggle with imposter syndrome, and I still have those days where it's hard to believe that my art is actually good. I'll start a piece and in my head I'm just going, wow, this is garbage. Do you even know what you're doing? For me, a lot of that hesitation comes from a rough patch I went through a few years ago. My art got good enough, in my eyes at least, that I decided it was time to try sharing my work online. I was really excited to connect with the art community, but instead when I uploaded it, I just kept getting comments accusing my art of being AI generated, even though I probably should have just ignored those comments and kept doing my thing and uploading some, time lapses, at least something to prove it's not AI. It just hurt. When you pour hours of your time and energy into a drawing, having it dismissed like that really killed my motivation. It soured the whole creative process for me, to the point where I just stopped drawing altogether for a while. I think it was probably about 2 years. And then I even ended up deleting all of the work and pulling it from the internet. My motivation to continue making art at that point was just dead. You shouldn't make art just to upload it and try to get recognition from other people. Art should come from you and be for you. Looking back now, I know that wasn't the best move. It's a bummer to think about those lost pieces, but I'm only going to improve. So in time, I can just remake those pieces, and then it'll be like nothing ever happened. It's funny to think about how much my relationship with drawing has changed since then. Back then, every drawing felt like a high-stakes test. But working on this piece, I kind of remembered what it feels like to just get lost in it. You know what I mean? I started this piece by trying to think it through, planned the whole thing out in my head, but I just couldn't visualize it. So I decided to jump in and start throwing color at the canvas. Stop trying to be so locked in on what I wanted and just let the piece be what it wants to be. Doing nothing else, just painting in some smoke and light. It's funny how you can put on a comfort movie or a really long YouTube video in the background and zone out. And suddenly it's 2 a.m. in the morning and you've accidentally painted a whole piece. I've been trying to do that more lately. Just letting myself enjoy the actual process of making things without worrying so much about where it's going to end up or what people are going to say. Sometimes you just need to draw a cool guy standing in the fog with some drones purely because it feels nice to do it. It's kind of like therapy, honestly. Just very quiet, kind of random therapy. But yeah, being back now, making art, and seeing the kindness from the art community has been wonderful. It really means the world to see people genuinely enjoy my work, sharing their own thoughts on the character. I know the art community isn't perfect, but at least for me it seems to be a little kinder this time around. So if you're a creative person out there dealing with the noise or doubting your own talent, just take a deep breath and keep going. Your art is worth making. It's worth sharing. And thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me, checking out my contest entry. If you want to leave a comment with your own theory on what the story of this painting is, or just what you like to listen to when you're zoning out and making art, I'd love to read it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.